Have you ever felt like life was testing you mercilessly? As if every problem was a new bad joke from the universe? And what's worse, without a punchline at the end. The truth is that everyone faces challenges, but the big difference between those who overcome and those who sink lies in the way they choose to face these situations. And that's exactly where humor comes in. It may seem strange at first glance, but laughing at your problems doesn't mean ignoring them. It means facing them with more lightness and emotional intelligence. Today, I'm going to show you why humor is one of the most powerful tools for overcoming difficulties and how you can use it to your advantage. So stick with me until the end, because this could be the secret you've been missing to cope better with life's challenges. From an early age, we are taught that life is serious, that we must act responsibly, and that laughing can be seen as a lack of maturity. The problem is that this view makes us extremely rigid in the face of challenges. When everything is taken at face value, any mistake becomes an emotional disaster. Who hasn't experienced a shameful moment and wanted to disappear from the planet? But after a while, that same story becomes an anecdote that you laugh about with your friend. So if you're going to laugh about it in a few years' time, why not start now? Science proves that laughter has a powerful impact on our brain. When we laugh, our body releases endorphins, reduces cortisol, the stress hormone, and even strengthens the immune system. Studies show that humorous people cope better with difficult situations and have more resilience. This is because humor helps us change the way we interpret challenges. Instead of seeing a problem as a catastrophe, we can see it as a temporary obstacle, a story that isn't over yet, but which can have a positive outcome. Now, if there's one superpower that anyone can develop, it's the ability to laugh at oneself. Fear of judgment and exaggerated self-criticism prevent us from evolving, because we're always worried about appearing perfect. But in reality, nobody is perfect. Making mistakes is part of the game. And when we manage to turn our mistakes into jokes, something magical happens. We free ourselves from the weight of failure and can move on without fear. Think of a recent moment when you embarrassed yourself. In the heat of the moment, it may have seemed like a disaster, but what about now? Can you retell that story funnily? This simple change of perspective reduces the pressure we put on ourselves. But how, in practice, can we use humor as a tool for resilience? First, start by changing the way you tell the events of your life. Instead of telling a story with a dramatic tone, try to look at it with a lighter eye. Secondly, consume more positive humor. Watch movies, read books, and follow comedians who bring an optimistic view of the world. This trains your brain to see situations in a funnier way. Thirdly, surround yourself with humorous people. Laughter is contagious, and when you're surrounded by people who know how to laugh at their own stumbles, you learn to do the same. And finally, try the 10-year rule. Ask yourself, in 10 years' time, will this still matter? If the answer is no, it might be worth starting to laugh about it now. The most important thing to remember is that using humor doesn't mean denying problems, but rather developing a lighter, more resilient mindset to deal with them. So now, I want to know, which of these strategies made the most sense to you? Let me know in the comments, and if this video has helped you in any way, share it with someone who might also need to hear it right now. See you in the next video.